Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview on a Monday, May 30th, 2016. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, great to be with you, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Cloudy skies, looks like we're going to have some rain today. Looks like an indoor day. What a shame, being that there's very little people trading today. We have two major countries on holiday today, and we'll get to that in just a moment. And we'll take a look at what happened on Friday's close with the indices, and we'll look at our economic calendar. All right, traders, let's get started. Let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday, and I am your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006 after a 27 wonderful career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, I came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday. Well, traders, I'm in my 9th year here in Asia and absolutely loving it. Traders, I do trade the Forex market every day, and the nice thing about trading in Asia's time zone is I can trade all 3 sessions and still get a good night's rest. However, New York, I only trade about 2.5 hours, and I do trade a different instrument. I trade options in the New York markets. So Asia and London, I do trade Forex. Traders, how do I trade? Well, one is I listen to fundamentals. I'm really big into listening to fundamentals. I need to know what's going on. Remember, we're macro traders. We trade the globe. We just don't trade one currency pair. We trade the globe. We trade everything, because it's amazing how one topic can affect so many currency pairs, and it could be your trade. Then I am, and I love to be, a technician. I love analyzing candlestick charts, and I love analyzing candlestick patterns, as those patterns absolutely give us a story and tell us what's going on. I always look at support and resistance and price structure and price action, price failure, and significant price levels are so important that you know where significant price levels are, and that comes from the past and also changing your time frames. I tend to go up in my time frames. I don't go down in my time frames. So I enter and exit my trades on a 30-minute chart. However, I do my analysis on a 1-hour chart, a 4-hour chart, and a daily chart. And that's where I do my analysis from. So what happens is I take both of these, put them together, and I end up with a trade plan. Then I put my trade plan in place, and once it's there, it's there. Set up the trade plan. If price comes back to where I want it, because I'm a pullback trader, I let the currency pair make the move. I wait for the pullback, and then I enter the trade, and hopefully it is in the existing trend. And that's basically how I trade. All right, let's get the legal matters out of the way, and this is our Forex disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex market. Traders, most importantly, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's get over to news and commentary, and let's see how the markets closed on Friday. The U.S. had a pretty green day. The Dow 30 closed positive 0.25%, with the S&P 500 closing 0.43%, and the NASDAQ closed positive 0.65%, with the small cap 2000 closing 0.98%. Let's head on over to the Eurozone, where the DAX closed positive 0.13%, and the FTSE 100 out of London closed 0.08%, and the CAC 40 out of Paris was 0.05% in the green, and the Eurostoxx 50 also in the green at 0.12%. Traders, let's head on over to Asia, and let's see what's going on in Asia. Some of these markets are not open yet, so understand that, because I'm recording this early in the Asia session. The Nikkei 225 is trading, and it's currently positive 0.59%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is barely negative at negative 0.01%. The China 850, which is not open yet, closed on Friday at negative 0.06%. And the Hang Seng out of Hong Kong, which is not open yet, closed on Friday at positive 0.88%. And our good friends, the Kospi out of Seoul, which is currently trading, is negative 0.49%. All right, let's take a look at our economic calendar. Well, folks, we have major holidays today on our calendar. And remember that the United Kingdom is May Bank Holiday. So the Eurozone is going to be extremely quiet. And in the United States, it's a holiday. It is Memorial Day. So both these countries have no trading today, which means no volatility, which means what? Don't trade live accounts. In fact, if I was you, like my mentor used to say, you know what? Go back to sleep if you're up in the middle of the night, or go play a good game of golf. That's what he used to tell me. Never played golf, but he told me to go play golf. So in Asia today, we do have FOMC member Bullard speaks, and that is happened about 10 minutes ago, so he should be speaking. We have a lot of medium impact. The Aussie has HIA new home sales, and that has not come out yet. But the economic calendar is really, really slow today. There's really nothing as a high impact news event today with the holidays. And, don't trade a live account, my friends. Please. You will get beat up. Yeah, you might make some pips, but there's probably more of a chance you're not going to make no pips. Okay? This is not the day to be trading. Take a 3-day weekend. Shut off your charts. Do some Forex homework and go enjoy your Monday doing something else other than trading. If you have to be in front of the charts and you have to trade a demo account. Okay? And be safe, right? We don't want to do that. The dollar continues to strengthen. This is getting into commentary. The dollar continues to strengthen. It's above the 95 on the dollar index. And remember now, on Friday, we've pierced the $50 mark on oil. So we're now at $50 a barrel. It did close, I think it was 49, I want to say 86 comes to mind. I did not look at it as it's currently pretty early in my time zone. It's 7:43 in the morning in Thailand. And it is 20:43 hours on Wall Street on a Sunday night. All right, so, basically you're going to see some charts that we've seen before, and the reason is there's been no price action. And we have to watch. Now, also, I didn't mention, gold is coming down also. So we have oil up, gold is up, and the dollar is very strong. It's up. Pretty interesting. And they say, the pundits on the gurus that get on TV say, oh, the markets are going to fall. They're going to crash. They're going to do this. They can't get any stronger. Well, guess what, folks? They're getting stronger, and the stock market closed on a high this week. So I don't know what they're talking about, but apparently they don't know either. You cannot. You can forecast like we do here. I give you trade plans and stuff, and that's just a forecast. That doesn't mean that's what the market's going to do, but it's a forecast. And listen, if I'm right 50% of the time, I'm pretty happy, because my theory is trade small, but trade a lot. I don't like to trade no more than 1% on a single trade, and I don't trade no more than 5% at a time. So that gives me I can be in 5 trades at one time. So I like to trade a lot, and I trade small. My lots are small. Don't trade big lots, folks. You'd be surprised how small my lots are, and we're making money, and that's what it's all about, right? So that's just an idea for you to think about on how to do that. All right, let's take a look at some of these currency pairs. They're pretty wild today, and you have to expect that nothing's going to happen today. We're not going to see a lot of price action. Here's this euro dollar. I really kick myself. A friend of mine in another room that I listened to during London, he got in this trade at 1286. 1286, and he's still in this trade. He took off two-thirds of his position, and then he re-entered and put his position back at full throttle. And look at this euro dollar just falling. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen today, but take a look at these moving averages. Look at the angle and separation on these moving averages, and they're all pointing downward. So, I'm not going to enter here, right? We're not going to enter here because we're at 1104, and I am not trading into 1100, right? I'm not trading into 1100. So we need a pullback. So where do we want to pull back to? The daily pivot point. And let's get in at 1.1134. Then we'll take it down to 1100, and we'll make 34 pips. And that's fine with me if you're going to trade today. I am not going to trade today. To be honest with you, I'm taking a 3-day weekend after my duties are done with you and other stuff I need to do. And unfortunately, I have a funeral to go to today. But, other than that, I'm on a 3-day holiday. We're not doing very much today in the Forex markets. My computer will be shut off by noon, Thailand time, and they won't come back on until 5:30 tomorrow morning. All right, let's take a look at the Great British Pound on a holiday today, and this is Friday's chart. And folks, we are in a sweet spot here. Remember, we want to get in at this at 46.15. We were looking at this possibly bouncing off of that 46.65. You can see we have the up arrow. Well, guess what happened, folks? It did not happen. The 55 EMA came down. Price pierced it. Couldn't do anything, and price came all the way back down to the 200 and eventually closed below the 200 exponential moving average. And now we're just waiting for this to continue to the downside. How are you going to trade this? Good question. How are you going to trade this? Well, you can get in it now, but you're at support, right? So I'd like to see a pullback to the daily pivot point, but remember, the UK is closed today, and we are at support. If you look left of the chart, you can see that tan, I don't know what you would call it, rectangle. And, we're at a support level that was previously on the chart. So this has a good chance to bounce back up and give us our trade at the daily pivot point. Again, look at your moving averages, right? They're all pointed to the downside. So we want this to pull back. I would stay away from this. I wouldn't even enter this on a demo account, folks. They're closed today. And I know you're going to say to me, yeah, but I might be able to make 50 pips. Well, yeah, and that's great. And you can also lose 50 pips. The odds are against us if we trade in a market that has two major countries that are not trading. Okay? The markets are against us. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie. Aussie's done a great job stair-stepping its way down. Unfortunately, we're not in a spot to buy this, okay? So what we need to do here is we need to wait for this pullback, and we'll get up there to that 0.7191 daily pivot point right underneath it. Get a retest of that daily pivot point, and you know what? Let's sell that at that price level and we'll just take it down. I don't have a take profit because the active candle could take out the support and just keep on going down. So I don't have two to the right and two to the left, so I couldn't put a fib on that. I did put a fib on Friday's close candle just to give us an idea what's going on for where we're going to enter the trade. This is not helping us where we're going to exit the trade, right? So we have an entry, and until we get the entry, we can figure out where we're going to take our profits at. And of course, the most biggest important thing is our stop loss. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. This is Friday's chart, folks. It hasn't done anything. Sideways, done nothing, nothing to do. Same trade plan. It either comes down and gives us our trade to the upside, which I will not take. That's a counter trend trade. This pair is bearish. Bearish, bearish. We want to sell this. So I'm waiting for this to come back up to that 55.28 level or the R2 reversal pivot point, and we'll be more than happy to sell it. Okay? We want to sell this. I do not want to buy the Euro Aussie. Okay? Let's take a look at the Euro Yen. Wow, this Did exactly what we wanted it to do. Actually, this ended up being 2 trades, folks. You could have ridden this trade up, and now we're looking to take this trade back down. And where did we say we wanted to take it down at? The daily R1 pivot point. And look at this. We have 2 indecision red candles at the R1 pivot point. This trade, if there was a trade to take, this would be the trade I would take on a day that has 2 major countries not trading today. This I would take. This is a great trade right here to take to the short side, okay? Where we are, right in position. This is time to go. You know, where are you going to put your stop? Right above that wick, above that R1. We're not giving this, like, what are we going to give it? 7 pips, 8 pips? That's it. We're not giving this a lot of room, and see if we can get this to come all the way down. A couple of things you got to be concerned about is, look at these exponential moving averages pointing to the upside, except for the 200, which is sideways. But the 55 and the 10 is straight up. Now, there's a good chance price won't do anything until that 10 exponential moving average catches up with price. And that's a very strong possibility. All right? So just keep an eye on that. But this is a trade. If you're going to trade on a day like today, this is a beautiful setup. Well, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar as we are over time today, but I knew that was going to happen. Just a lot to talk about. I just wanted to point out on this New Zealand dollar, you know, this trade ended up working on Friday, and out of all the trades I didn't think were going to work, I didn't think the New Zealand dollar was going to work. However, look at the moving averages, the 200, the 55, and the 10, all in order. I put hash marks there. You can see what I'm talking about. And they're all pointing to the downside. So we need this to pull back. I couldn't fib this. I don't have 2 to the right and 2 to the left on the last candle. And, you know, let's see if we can get this back to like 65.98, 65.95. I'm sorry, 66.95. And get a close, right? Nice red candle there. Get a close, and we can sell it. And, you know, we'll bring it back down to 66.75, right? Now we'll grab a quick 40 pips, 38 pips, and we'll see how that goes. I am not interested in trading the New Zealand dollar on a day like today with no U.S. session, okay? I'm just not ready to do it. And, yeah, this is not... If I'm going to trade this, it's definitely going to be on a demo account, my friends. Absolutely on a demo account, okay? All right, traders, that wraps up our 6 currency pairs, and I want to thank you for joining with me. We are 3 minutes over. I expected that on a Monday. We had a lot to talk about. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you, and please come visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, have a great day. Take the day off, and we'll catch you in about 24 hours. Take care now. Bye-bye.